Okay, folks, here's an update to my video that I did about Cenk was getting scolded by a member in the chat, and they're talking about crime, and the people, the guy in the chat was saying that the crime rate's down. I mean, it's plateaued kind of, and especially violent crime. He's saying New York City, actually. New York City's down. The crime in New York City's down. For that matter, it's going down steadily. It plateaued. Was going up, it plateaued, and started going down. And did that video because they're talking about the vigilante. They're talking about the guy, the vigilante attacked the migrant, one of the migrants. Well, it wasn't even a migrant. And that guy is a racist or whatever, right? Yeah, so the guy in the chat said he called the guy out. He said, "Oh, these guys are just racist." And Cenk was kind of defending these guys. He's saying, "Oh, but this is why you don't get it if you don't have any cops. You get vigilante groups. You get vigilante groups. If you don't have any cops, you get the vigilante groups. Hey, what can I do? That's it. I don't mind. If you don't want cops, this is what you're gonna get." So he's really protecting these guys. He's kind of advocating for them because he's saying that, oh, that's why he's saying that you don't get cops. You don't want any cops. You're gonna get these vigilante groups. I mean, so he's advocating for them. And one way he's saying no, he doesn't like them, but and he's saying that the '80s was terrible, and they're from the '80s. The Guardian Angels, they talking. Yeah, that was the video was about, kind of, and he was talking about that. It was from the '80s, and for one time I thought back when I was younger, maybe that was I don't know, maybe for one part I thought maybe that might be a good idea, but that was way back in the '80s. Now I realize that there's a lot of problems back then with these groups also. And I realized that these guys are not good. Yeah, so he's doing half and half. He's really defending them. He's not pushing back. Hey, you don't have any cops. That's what you get. So he's actually advocating for them. If you're really not advocating for them, you would say, under no circumstances they should roam the street. I mean, they should be on the street. Because then, you know what I mean? He's like, if he's really pushing back, he would say, I don't care if the goddamn cops are there or not. They shouldn't be on the street, right? If he was not advocating for them, but he currently is. But anyways, this here from National Rational, and they're talking about Biden and the election, and they're saying why you seen all his stats, Biden's good in messaging, and they're not. All that stuff happened under Biden. But I'll make another comment on this after. The real thing I want to talk about is violent crime rate. I'll put it up, folks. See, violent crime rate. Look at this. Throughout Biden's first term, I'm going to read it. The United States has seen a decrease in unemployment rate, a rise in real wages for the most workers, and a drop in the violent crime rate. See that, folks? See, TYTs doing this crime bullshit. See, drop in violent crime rate. The crime rate is dropping. They're full of shit. So it's like I said, folks. I said in the pandemic, and I gave you the stats. One of my videos, I pull out the stats. thought I announced some receipts in 2020. I looked it up. Then pandemic, the crime rate really went up, and it stayed up kind of. The crime rate went up, then it started to go down after the pandemic. Biden got in, but I don't know if it's Biden. And yeah, it went down, and the violent crime is still high though. But they're saying 2022 inflation, but the violent crime rate I think recently it's gone down. The violent crime is going started to go down now, but it was still high. But crime rate itself was going down from 2021. But the violent crime rate drop in workers and a drop in the violent crime rate. TYT, Cenk Uber, you're full of it, shit. You're full of shit. Stupid crime, bullshit. Sure, there's crime, but you know what I mean, I think it has been the same all along. It's because of the COVID crisis, folks, which is bad. I won't get any. I shouldn't have said COVID. I should have said anyways, the crisis, the lockdown crisis, I should say, not COVID. The lockdown crisis, because of that, because of the lockdown, people in their houses, and plus people out of job, people are desperate. Some people got money, and they didn't do enough. The government didn't do enough in the U.S. People looted and whatever. It's people trying to eat, so they commit crime. That's how it goes. So and it's gonna go up. People went crazy at that time. Even I did, kind of. But yeah, these people, it's bullshit about the crime, doing this crime theme. It's all a big bullshit. It's all trying to appease the so-called PMC class or the white middle class suburbanites. I think that's what they're trying to do, like the Democrats are doing. Like these people, I think they don't care about their so-called left, the progressives anymore, the voters, progressive voters. I don't think they care about the voters, folks. They care about the suburban whites, middle class, the upper middle class, PMC class. That's what these people care about. Because this is where they are. These people are in their own class. They care about their own class. That's it. They're not class warriors. I mean, to defend their own class. So they pretend to be for the working class. They're not. They're full of shit. Anyways, I shouldn't swear anyways. But Biden so this is about Biden. Throughout Biden's first term, he has been a decrease in unemployment rate and a rise in real wages. Yeah, they rise. Real wages went up because there's kind of shortage in workers back then. 2020, there was a work shortage of workers, so that's why they went up. I mean, people are quitting, so they had power. I think the workers had power, they have more power than they usually have. So the workers, people are quitting, they don't care, all these, it was after the pandemic ended, especially these jobs, these food service, these service jobs. So they went up, so they quit. Some workers quit, and there were strikes too. So the wage went up there, and they had to raise the wage. I mean, because people are leaving their jobs. They realize that they could work at home now. They found new jobs when during the lockdown. They can even work at home, make more money in certain cases, right? Some cases. And so that's why they went up. And the unemployment rate decreased, I guess. Talk about down that violent crime, infrastructure, pass historic infrastructure, which doesn't kick in until a couple of years. The infrastructure bill and healthcare. I don't know what the hell healthcare. Drug costs. There's only like three three drugs are reduced, folks. That's bullshit. I don't agree with David Dole. He's shilling for both. He's shilling for Biden and the Democrats. Even though I don't like Trump. Trump's terrible, but you gotta do better than that. They can't just. He's wondering why they're not gonna get any votes. They're not doing it good. See, imagine if they did all the stuff they're supposed to do, then they would have been. Maybe they wouldn't be this problem. But there's another problem that's happening in Gaza. So that's another problem for Biden. I'm not gonna go into that. But this is bullshit. This is the three drugs are. Even Cenk said that too. Three drugs are reduced. And inflation, let me see. Measures to reduce prescription drug. They mentioned inflation. Hold on. Increase access to abortion in the wake of Dobbs. Where the hell is that? I don't believe it. Is that true? Increase action to. Yeah, that's even true now though. I'm trying to. He didn't pass any bill. He passed any real. He did a. I don't remember now. I don't want to look it up, folks. It's bare minimum what he did, and the Inflation Act, Inflation peaked at 2022. It has decreased steadily since then. Inflation has gone down. He's right, but I don't think because of Biden. Inflation has gone down in Canada a lot here. When it's gone down more here than U.S. actually. I think we have the lowest inflation, folks, in the Western. Canada has the lowest inflation. I looked up, and there was a thing on X, and it was on X a couple of months ago. I'm trying to remember. It was on X. Somebody had a tweet or post. Canada had one of the lowest inflations, and yes, folks. So this is all. So this is just a video just for. This is a update on the crime. The video with Cenk that I did with Cenk about. He's talking about crime, and he's being scolded by a guy in the chat. Oh my God, he's being scolded. He says nonsense. Now listen with Biden. That's another story. And he's saying another thing. David Dole. He's saying all this. But Biden, oh, it's crazy. I mean, this is off. This is totally unhinged. I mean, what he's saying. Biden not voting. I think if they know about it, I don't think that voters care. All these stuff, they don't care. He's gonna show a poll that they don't care about this. Even if they focus on I mean, they gotta go out and do maybe new policies. I mean, campaign and do like. It's not gonna work with this stuff they did, and it's bare minimum stuff they did. So it's not gonna work, folks. Anyways, folks, this was just for the Cenk pushing back more. Violent crime rate down, folks. So he's full of it. All in all, he's doing retail theft like yesterday. That's garbage too. He's just scaring the freaking people. That's what he's doing. I mean, sure, there's crime in the areas. But there's always been crime in those areas. Chicago and now they're talking about Chicago. Do you care about crime in Chicago? They don't. Now they care about it. They never cared about it before. So they're full of it. Malcolm X said it, the white liberal. Beware of the white liberal, Malcolm X said. Anyways, folks, I'm going to end this video. I talk too much. I'm out.